Now, we have a problem where when we're jumping and we do our double jump, the character is not reacting to that. He just keeps doing his jump idle animation. So we need to fix that and give him a specially unique animation for when he's doing a double jump. So first, let's go to the character folder and open up the animation blueprint. Let's go to the anim graph, and over here, we'll move the state machine and drag from it and create a default slot. And then this will be connected to the output pose. Now having this here basically will allow us to interrupt the current state machine animations and give it a new temporary animation. And this is where we'll pass through the double jump animation. So click save and compile and go back, and then go back to the animations folder. Here we have all these different animations. And these are actually just by default animation sequences. So if we open them, we see the animation and all the settings for animation sequences. But these are mostly used in animation blueprints. What we want to do is run an animation from the player blueprint. So we'll go back and we'll actually right click on the jump animation, go to create, and then create anim montage. And then press enter. And by default, it will name it the same thing as the animation, plus underscore montage. And then double click and open it. And you can actually do a lot of cool things with anim montages, but I'll talk about those later on. For now, click on the blend in and then open that up. And then here we want to put the blend time to 0. And then save and then close this. Now we'll go back to the player blueprint and open that up. And in here, just like in the animation blueprint, the player blueprint also has an event graph. Here you'll see there's already a bunch of different functions, and these are the default functions for the third person template that we started with. If you zoom in here and you look around, you'll see that there's these functions for the jump and for moving around. And what we want to do is actually go down here and create a new function. There's a lot of built-in existing functions in the game that happen at certain moments in the game. So if you right click and look for the on jump function and press enter, this will create this function. This function specifically will always run when the character jumps. So as an example, we can drag from this and then select the print string node. And this basically shows the text on the screen when it gets executed. So we can save and then compile and press play. And now when you jump in the game, you'll see in the top left corner a string that says hello. So now basically every time I jump, this function gets executed. Let's remove the print string, and here we'll get the mesh component, drag it into the event graph, and then from it we'll get play montage. And we'll connect this to on jump. And here we can select a montage to play. So we'll click on this and we'll select the jump montage that we created earlier. Now we just hit save, compile, and press play. And now he jumps, he will do the animation montage that we set. And this looks a lot more natural. Now when we walk around and we double jump, it will look like a double jump. Finally, we go back to the function, and to clean it up, we can put it inside of a comment box. You do that by selecting all the nodes and then pressing the C button on the keyboard, which will wrap all the nodes inside of a comment. And then we can name this something. Like, for example, on jumped. And now if we zoom out, it's easier to see where the function is, just like all the other ones over here. And then finally, let's save and compile again. And that's it for this lesson.